And so, we are about to begin our draft. Dreams will come true today, and we begin our draft with the first team. Who will be picking today? The first pick goes to the Blackwater Bossing.
Blackwater select Brandon GANUELAS-ROSSER.
So Brandon Rosser, the 6'7" Limitless App Masters main man who just yesterday helped Gilas 3x3 to a bronze medal finish in the Southeast Asian Games, is your top overall pick for 2022.
No surprises for our first overall pick. Bossing's opting to go for a big man. He is a legitimate basketball player. You all know what he's capable of doing inside the basketball court. Not only is he tall, but he packs with so much quickness as well for a big man. And he can actually mix it up. He can play with a lot of physicality. He can guard guys like Junmar Fajardo and even Christian Standhardinger. And he can also do a lot of things offensively with his shooting from beyond the white line.
TYRUS selects Jeremiah Gray.
The Terafirma G picks Jeremiah Gray as the second overall pick ng ating PBA Gatorade Season 47 draft.
So Jeremiah Gray, who just recently played for the TNT 3x3 team in the PBA 3x3 League, is the second overall pick. Lots of upside for this kid. Ang problema, they are going to have to wait a bit as he recovers from an injury.
Is definitely going to be worth the wait for Terafirma Jeep. And the reason being is because this guy is an athletic specimen. He's a prototype player similar to a Gabe Norwood. Can jump out, can jump out of the gym, of course, and also packs himself with a lot of quickness, whether it's side to side or forward backward action. You can expect this guy to be a defensive specialist, and he can also be dependent, especially when you get shots from the outside. This guy is capable of scoring from deep.
Certainly a guy with a lot of talent, and when I first saw him in that 3x3 first combine, I thought this guy was certainly going to go high in the pick. It surprised me a little bit with Terafirma picking them. Even though he's very, very good, you have to wait, and you're not sure when he's going to be ready. And I thought that they wanted to win right away. So I think they're just being very patient with what they have right now and just go with what they feel is the second best player in the draft.
For the third overall pick of the PBA Gatorade Season 47 draft, making their very first pick in a PBA draft ever, we turn it over to the Converge Fiber Xers.
Okay, for the number 3 pick, the Converge Fiber Xers pick Geo AMBOHOT.
The 6'7", 191-pound, 25-year-old center out of Letran and Davao de Oro is the third overall pick of your 2022 draft.
Well, I'm not surprised. I thought that I've known this guy for a long time. He was ready to go a couple of years back, but decided to stay one more year with the Letran Knights. 25 years old already, if I'm not mistaken. Now, he's not as athletic as some of the big men that you would like, and he's not built like a solid guy, but he certainly is long, and he knows how to play on the inside, and people will never forget the follow-up he had against Ambeda to win the championship a couple of years back, plus the fact that he has a good medium-range jump shot. I think he's quite a smart player, so he certainly will help any team. But the fact that he's also a very good rebounder.
Yes, and not only that, he's being compared to Raymond Almasan, also from Letran, but he needs to put on a little weight. He's 190 right now. He'll be having a hard time mixing it up with the guys like Junmar Fajardo and the other big man in the league. But you know that he has skills and he has length to compete at the highest level.
Converge Fiber Xers will be making their second consecutive pick as the fourth overall pick of this draft.
For the number 4 pick of this draft, Converge picks Justin ARANA.
Justin ARANA, another 6'7" kid, 23 years old pa lang. UC Converge going for size now, Coach RG.
Yes, you cannot teach height. It is very obvious. The team of Coach Jeffrey Carriazo is opting for guys who can man the paint for them. Not only are they expected to play single coverage defense, but they also like the length of these players to play strong interior defense. And that is why in the number 3 pick of Converge together with the number 4 pick, they were obviously looking for big guys in that draft.
Well, first of all, let me congratulate partner and my friend Chito Salud, former commissioner, now governor for Converge. Now, it's so nice to have back-to-back picks na ikaw magkadikit. Naalala ko yan nung kay Alaska, nung kay Kinyahan, tapos nung panahon ng Northport kay Terence Romeo at saka kay Aaron Garcia. So madali di ba? Yung whoever you pick, since they wanted both big men, hindi sila magkakamali dyan. One of them is certainly going to be very helpful for the team. And I hope that the Converge team comes out and really proves their point this year.
Parang Raba at Baklaw lang din, ano?
Yan, tama yan.
Back-to-back big men.
Ng
Air
Air
21.
At
And I
that time.
think we are going to be joined now by Apple David, who will be talking to Justin Arana.
Overall pick is Justin Arana. Now of the Converge Fiber Xers, Justin, yung pangarap mo na isa katuparan mo na ano ba ang pakiramdam na ikaw ay parte na ng professional league?
Siyempre, sobrang saya ko ngayon and siyempre nagpapasalamat ako kay God and sa team sa Converge. Sobrang saya ko talaga ngayon.
Meron ka bang gustong pasalamatan o para kanino ba itong achievement mo na ito?
Siyempre sa pamilya ko kasi sila talaga yung nandyan para sa akin sa simula pa since day one talaga. Yan talaga yung priority ko talaga, yung pamilya ko talaga.
Thank you very much, Justin, and welcome to the PBA. Now I turn you back over to Jot Sulit.
Picking next with the 5th overall pick of the PBA Gatorade Season 47 draft, the Rain or Shine Elasto Painters.
For its 5th pick, the Rain or Shine Elasto Painters select GIAN MAMUYAC.
Three and D. GIAN MAMUYAC coming off that huge late explosion in the UAP Finals in Game 3 is your 5th overall pick.
Exemplary performer. We all know that this guy can shoot from deep. If you give him that chance with a wide open shot, or even with a hand in front of him, he's capable of burying that shot from beyond the white line. And what is nice is he's coming from a championship program. He's coming from Ateneo, and you know that this guy is disciplined. He's gonna play well under the system of their coach, and of course, that Rain or Shine franchise, who values not just offense, but also defense. So this guy is a good pick for Rain or Shine.
Well, definitely a very solid defensive specialist yan eh. Actually, he never had an offensive game. I've seen him since high school. But the last 2 years, he's developed his outside shot, especially three-point shooting, and the ability to penetrate. He'll also be reunited with his Atenean teammates like Mike Nieto and Asistio, and maybe even Vince Solentino if he's around.
Pero yung tibay ng loob, late in that
Yeah,
Game 3.
well.
Matindi mga binitawan nito ni Mamu at siya ngayon ay kasama ni Apple.
Gian MAMUYAC is now with the Rain or Shine Elasto Painters. Mamu, alam namin kung ano yung capable ka sa collegiate ranks, pero ano ang dadalhin mo dito sa PBA, especially now with your team, the Rain or Shine Elasto Painters?
Hopefully po mabigay ko lahat ng kailangan ng team, kung ano man yun, and I'll try to do it to the best of my abilities.
What are you looking forward to the most dito sa PBA?
Of course, it's been my dream to play in the professional league po, and syempre makalaban and makasama yung former teammates ko po.
Alright, again, congratulations. Welcome to the PBA. Jut?
Now with the 6th pick in the Season 47 draft, it's going to be the Northport Batang Pier.
From the 6th pick, Northport Batang Pier select John Michael Calma.
J.M. Calma now heading to Northport. That should be a really good pick, Dr. J.
Yeah, I remember him when I first saw him. I saw a very athletic player, a player who was always running all over the place, trying to fight for loose balls. He is from Capas Tarlac, no? And he has certainly developed into a scoring machine also. I think the ability to, continue to hustle on inside the floor, plus the fact that he's long and athletic, is going to help his team. Going to Northport, that will certainly be a factor for him.
Coach RG, a 6'6" guy who can run with the best of them. Bagay.
Tama yan. And not only that, he will be playing alongside Arwin Santos. He's got a good mentor right now in his team. And whenever they play zone, if they opt to, they're going to be wide, they're going to be tall. And you like guys like that who can play defense and go for putbacks when necessary. He's got a good touch from the perimeter as well. And not only that, if he sees a mismatch down low, he can back up his defender and score close to the basket.
Bravo, Baste. Naririnig natin how this crowd inside of Robinson's Place in Manila is reacting to this last pick. Should be interesting times para dito sa Batang Pier.
Yeah, Batang Pier has always been a team that's hanging in there, but they do have instances where they go on a good streak of wins. No? So certainly this guy's going to help them. Kulang rin sila ng malaki na athletic na makakatulong katulad na ng banggit ni Coach Ryan.
At ito si JM, may kasama ngayon ni Apple.
Our 6th overall pick is JM Calma. JM, ano ba ang ma-expect ng PBA fans sa isang JM Calma?
Expect nila siguro sa akin yung depensa ko, tsaka yung hustle ko, dirty works, rebound, yung score para sa kanila na yan.
JM, may mga pasasalamat ka pa, lalo na sa mga kabalin na talagang dumayo dito.
Unang-una, nagpapasalamat ako kay God sa binigay niyang opportunity para makapaglaro sa Pro League. At syempre, yung mga tumulong sa akin, lahat ng mga tumulong sa akin sa college, syempre yung team Northport, salamat sa tiwala niyo. Ayun lang, maraming salamat po.
Congratulations. Let's turn it back to John.
Ngayon naman po, with the 7th overall pick of the Season 47 draft, the NLEX Road Warriors.
NLEX Road Warriors pick TYRUS. We select TYRUS Hill.
So TYRUS Hill will be heading to the NLEX Road Warriors. One of those guys na hindi ganun kabigat, hindi ganun katunog, but you know he's got the potential.
Yeah, especially if they've seen him play. You know that Coach Sheng Yao usually has a very good gut feel on the guys who are not only legitimate athletes, but guys who fit in the system that he wants to work on under the NLEX franchise. And this guy picked at a very high number 7, Dr. J, and a lot of things are expected from him. 6'5", 185 pounds, played for De La Salle University, and you know that he is being compared to a Paulo Taha, a much bigger version, so you know what Paulo Taha can do. He can finish fast break situations, he can defend, and he's gonna die for those loose balls. And they expect him to give this NLEX franchise a lot of boost defensively.
Well, he's an athletic player, and he's certainly going to be very exciting in the open court. And you know, coaching medyo sila, they always like a fast game. So certainly a guy that can finish on a fast break, can run, he really can lead. You know, that's one thing I've seen him do in the past. So that certainly can help give them some athleticism with their players. And the fact that, you know, if you can teach him a little defense, that will certainly also help because he's also quite long and he has a vertical leaping ability that's wow.
With the 8th pick of the draft, it's time for the Barangay Ginebra San Miguel.
Barangay Ginebra selects Javier Gomez Deliano.
So Javi Gomez Deliano will be making his way to Barangay Ginebra San Miguel. This is a kid who's already played internationally and with Gilas. How do you like his fit with Barangay Ginebra?
Well, I really love this boy. I was telling our director Randy that this guy is an overall around player. He hustles for his height, he defends, and he has certainly improved his scoring in his last years with the University of the Philippines. Plus the fact that he continued to play with Gila, so he continued to improve. I think the attitude of this guy is beyond questionable. He is really a good player to have on your team and a good player to have with Coach Tim Cone.
UP fight, Coach RG.
And what I like about this guy, you're correct. And not only UP, he's coming from a high school program, which I attended also, the University of the Philippines integrated school, that is UPIS. We're very proud of this guy, and he is simply blessed. Can you imagine being picked at number 8, and no less than Coach Tim Cone picking you, it speaks volumes on the kind of excitement and motivation that this guy has. He is a legitimate basketball player. You know that he can shoot from the outside. He can bang bodies and use a lot of his physicality because he's relatively wide. And not only that, you also want to understand that this guy is a good and very mature, stable basketball player. Nothing high, nothing low. And you know that he is just all about basketball, and Barangay Ginebra is lucky to have him.
At siya ngayon ay kasama ni Apple David.
Ang pinakabagong kabarangay, Javi Gomez de Leaño. Javi being picked by the crowd favorite Barangay Ginebra. What does this mean to you?
Means everything to me. This is my dream team growing up, and I'm lucky enough to. One of the players I look up to was Jaren Dillinger, so I'm really grateful that I get to play with him.
Are you dedicating this achievement to anybody, and are there people you would like to thank?
I just want to thank my parents and my girlfriend and my family for their endless support.
Congratulations once again. We are ready for the next pick. Judd?
Making their second pick in the first round as the 9th overall pick, the Blackwater Bossing.
Blackwater Bossing select Kurt Lohera.
So with the 9th pick that came from San Miguel, that went through TNT and now belongs to Blackwater Bossing, they select Kurt Lohera.
He's a pretty good player for me. Remember, I think he played first with Adamson, then took residence with LaSalle. Had a very good season this year, left-handed. Plays a small forward, can adjust to the power to the shooting guard position for the PBA. Has the ability to create his own shots and still have range on the outside. Defense on the perimeter is average, or you can even say good. But of course, it's hard for him to defend at the post or anywhere at the basket. But I think he's a very welcome addition to the Blackwater Bossing. Good attitude too.
And what I like about this guy is he's a big-time player. We all saw what he did when he was playing for LaSalle. He was not really expected to score as a number 1 or a number 2 option on offense, but he would always find ways to get open and score either on a layup or a fast break situation, and even step out and shoot that rock from deep. And he's a capable defensive specimen. If you allow him to be like a defensive specialist, he's more than willing to do that.
And right now, he is with Apple.
Our 9th overall pick is Kurt Lohera. Kurt, what is going through your mind? You are now in the PBA.
I'm very blessed. Glory to God. So thank you so much for having this for me. So yeah.
What can we expect from you?
Everything, a little bit of everything. I go 100% on and off the court, so that's all.
Congratulations. Now we are ready for the next pick. Judd?
Now moving on to the 10th pick of the PBA Gatorade Season 47 draft, we turn it over to the Rain or Shine Elasto Painters.
The Rain or Shine Elasto Painters select SHAUN ILDEFONSO.
SHAUN ILDEFONSO making his way to the Rain or Shine Elasto Painters. You heard the ovation from the crowd here at Robinson's. It should be exciting times para dito kina Coach Chris Cavino.
One of the more popular players donning the National University Bulldogs jersey is this guy, the son of course, the PBA legend, Ildefonso. Danny I, popularly known in the PBA. But more than that, what I like about this guy is his acceptance that playing the 4 spot, he might be at a huge disadvantage in the PBA. So what he did was he transformed his play. Instead of really just being a man who can man the paint, what he did was he improved his quickness. He went on and then shot threes, and now he is a wing player. And a lot of expectations will come from this guy because of his pedigree. But what you expect is, you know, that Daniel Ildefonso's pedigree will be passed on to SHAUN ILDEFONSO.
Well, definitely a guy that had to have to adjust to the PBA because he's undersized for a number 4 player, not a 5, which he played in high school. So he's going to have to go to a 3, but like Ryan said, he did that last year with the National University Bulldogs, and medyo nagkakaroon na siya ng range. plus a little bit quickness. His body remains the same.
Yes.
Really
Bato-bato,
solid.
Doc, eh.
Really solid. So you can use him to defend against people. But if you're able to transform him to a 4 from time to time with switches on your offense, he's going to have a lot of advantage on smaller players.
Tignan natin gaano siya kakomportable with that as he talks to Apple.
Our 10th overall pick is SHAUN ILDEFONSO. Of course, very familiar surname, but Sean, gusto kita tanungin, paano mo gusto makilala dito sa PBA?
Syempre, the Ildefonso, it's already built in the PBA, but what's important to me is, as everything I do, I honor them, my family, and, syempre, I'm here for a purpose, and I have to make my own identity as well, but I can assure you, in rain or shine, I'm just gonna give everything.
You're very proud that just on the screen, meron ka mga gustong pasalamatan or para kanino itong achievement na to?
Yeah, first of all, sa family ko, si tatay, sila nanay, mga kapatid ko. Also my girlfriend ko nasa SEA Games ngayon in Vietnam. And for my dog who passed away, si Zeus, is a family of mine. And I'll offer everything to them. And I love you guys. Thank you so much.
Congratulations, Sean. Now, next pick, Judd.
Now with the 11th pick of the Season 47 PBA Draft, the Blackwater Bossing.
Blackwater Bossing select Mark Dyke.
Mark Dyke making his way to Blackwater via this 11th pick, which actually came from TNT.
Well, this guy I think is listed like 6'2", 6'2 and a half, but in reality he's only about 6'1", and a half, maybe something like Calvin Abueva. But he is a solid rebounder. I've watched him since his junior days when they used to win championships with MU, and then he moved on. He is a solid rebounder. He can score around the basket. Medium range jump shot is fair, no outside shot, but he's very solid in rebounding, hustle, and defending.
And not only that, you can see they're having a hard time putting the jacket because napakalapad ng arms niya. So kitang-kita mo, pag bumangga ka rito, medyo masakit ito. And that is what you need when you play in the PBA. You cannot be a finesse player through and through. What you want is you work on your body. You have the ability to mix it up inside and make your opponents bleed whenever they bang into you. And this is the huge advantage of Dyke.
At 6'3", he is weighed at 209 pounds of all muscle mass.
Yeah, that's why. I like tama nga yung binagat. But I'm telling you, he's not 6'3". Watch him. But he plays bigger than his height. I've really seen this boy. There was a game I remember. He had 18, 19 rebounds in one ball game. He didn't even play the whole 40 minutes of the game. So definitely, he has a knack for going to the ball, and that can help a team.
And siya ngayon ay makakakwentuhan ni Apple.
Mark Dyke is our 11th overall pick. Mark, if you can put into words how you're feeling right now.
First, nagpapasalamat ako kay God sa opportunity na to na nabigay niya sa akin yung makaabot ako sa situation na to. And sobrang blessed ko lang. Hindi ko expect na abot ako sa first round ako mapitik. So, sobrang thankful ko kay God.
Congratulations. Welcome to the PBA, Judd.
And to wrap up our first round with the 12th overall pick, the Magnolia Chicken Templados Hot Shots.
Magnolia Chicken Templados Hot Shots select Keith Saldivar.
So Magnolia will be going with Keith Saldivar. How do you like this pick, Doc?
Well, first of all, we have to congratulate Magnolia. They're still number 12 pick, which means that they did very well in the last two conferences. That's why, and they've managed to keep their pick. Saldivar is about a 6'5" player who plays from the outside. He's a stretch forward. He played center, but you can use him in the stretch forward position. Has a good three-point shot talaga itong batang ito. I think he played in UST, I think, for the collegiate team recently, but he came from another high school club in the UAAP. But I've seen this boy, and he can really shoot from the outside. Also tough on the inside, not very athletic, but will give you a lot of fighting sense.
The pride of Aklan will round out the first round, Coach RG.
And what is important, of course, when you get drafted, by a franchise called Magnolia, you know that you have to fight for your slot because this team is really packed. If you're playing alongside Calvin Abueva or playing the same spot as the other big guys who actually dominate much of the minutes, then you have to make sure that you have to work your way up slowly. Impress your coaches in practices. Make sure you are not cowed by the bigger and more illustrious names in the roster, but continue to fight for that roster spot. And that is the expectation, of course, dun sa Camp de Saldivar, that for as long as he keeps on improving, he competes at the highest level, then he will have a shot in the team of Coach Chito Victorero.
At siya ngayon ay kasama ni Miss David.
Our 12th and final pick in the first round, Keith Saldivar. Keith, ano ba ang madadala mo sa iyo ngayong bagong kuponan na Magnolia Chicken Templados Hot Shot?
Una-una sa training mo papakita at saka kung ano yung role yung bibigay ng mga coaches yung gagawin ko.
Meron ka mga gustong pasalamatan?
Una-una, pinapasalamatan ko yung school ko, yung Adamson University. Nandyan ako since day one, so sobrang thankful talaga ako sa Adamson. And saka sa family ko.
Thank you and welcome to the PBA. And that wraps up our first round of picks.